All right. Hello. Good evening. It's High Priestess Jamila. Hey, sis. How are you? Yeah, I was uploading my song. All right. I wanted to come and talk to y'all. Wow. It is a new night, a new day. It'll be a new day in the morning. It's going to be amazing. And so, first of all, I want to tell y'all the good news is that if you still want to get my readings at a special price, they are still $30 for 30 minutes, or you can get an hour for 60. Okay. Run to the website or either Cashapp me to schedule y'all accurate, reliable psychic readings. And I'm also offering live meditation sessions for you guys, and then also classes in meditation. Okay. All right. So, I need to talk about something that's very relevant. I think that it's something that is hidden in all spiritual communities, but wide open when it comes to religion. But we don't really tackle the subject of abusive men or just abusive people using magic. And so it has been a great concern because it has caused a lot of issues, especially when it comes to between women, women being jealous and competing with other women. That's a patriarchal thing. Okay. So it's really something that's very difficult um when you're looking at a situation like that, when you see a woman being patriarchal and sort of carrying on the role of a male in some kind of abusive tactic. And but I think that those women are confused, and I wanted to come and talk about divine services stances on that, and then also something that's coming in through spirit now, why is it relevant to the spiritual magical community? Why have I went through what I've went through? I just got out of a very abusive and toxic relationship. It was so toxic that at one point it affected my health. It affected my finances. It didn't affect how I felt about myself. I kind of always looked at him like he was a stupid idiot. In fact, he's over on his wall. He's on his channel trying to assert his pathetic male dominance, which it's not dominance, it's male stupidity. Okay. And then also he's over on my video where I exposed him for doing some things, literally having an argument with himself because he wants to believe in his delusion that men can do whatever they want to women and they can just have those women back, and then he can actually carry on a authoritative role over her to where he controls her life. And all of us know that that is not true. Now, I believe that a lot of men that are doing this are factually using witchcraft. I'm going to give y'all the good news about this. And you can only get this here because this is my will, testament, and my policy at my company. That doesn't mean that as a woman you can abuse that policy, of course. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're very sensible over here. But and I think this is gonna pretty much be all across the board. But Hecate and Lilith and the spirit of witchcraft, the spirit of the divine feminine, where all life and all things come from, is gatekeeping, especially when it comes to magic and the craft. So, what a lot of you women don't realize is that, and I realized this, it became painfully clear for me that for years, like even when I was in my teens and 20s, men were sort of using witchcraft, and they do have access to it. Okay. They do have access to the craft. Men can practice the craft. The problem is when they are abusing that power. And then another problem is when they are using it as a source of either obtaining a woman or keeping a woman or abusing her. So this is something that all of the goddesses, not just Hecate, the dark goddesses, but also the goddesses that we consider of light, like Mother Mary, and all of those goddesses are on board with it. They're on board with it, and they are gatekeeping. What y'all are going to find out is that it is going to turn into an all out war. But as long as you know how to protect yourself. Now, if you got a good man in your life, you just have a good man in your life. Congratulations. That's wonderful. But if you are like probably a huge percentage, like at least over half of women that has gotten into these relationships with these men, and this affects all races of women, not just black women, not just white women, what you're going to find is, and what you've probably already observed, is that a lot of them are going back to the church. Why are they going back to the Bible? Because the Bible permits them to treat women like this. The problem is that Bible magic will always be subpar to the divine feminine, because the same men that wrote that Bible, that were spitting in the faces of women, those men had to come from a woman. So, and whenever I see women doing things like that, I'm like, either you're just an asshole or you don't know your power as a woman. Right? Yeah. Okay. So that's why it's an all out war, tug of war. But at the end of the day, the divine feminine is always going to win. Y'all know that saying, you can't win an argument with a woman. They can't win no war with us. We had to bring them into this world. And, it's really sad that they would do that, but it doesn't matter. We created you. And the only women that really stood behind that were women that had jealousy problems and issues, and so why is this relevant for the spiritual community? And it is because, at least for me, I don't agree with doing love domination spells, nor reunion spells for men or women who are abusing their sexual partners or their significant others or their husbands or their wives. We don't do that. And spirit is gatekeeping that. So what you're going to find is that you are going to feel stronger. Um, and, sadly, some of your men are going to lose it because they don't have good hearts or good intentions. Okay. It is advisable for you to get out now. Okay. Now, here's the thing about it, though. A lot of men like to play these games with you, and it's biologically, women want men. It's a sexual biological thing. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things. And so ethically, we don't agree with that over here. We don't agree with some man using a woman. We don't do that to anybody over here, for whatever purpose they convince themselves of, whatever delusion that they're in. They are not creating anything. They are not going to get away with anything without the divine feminine's approval, and she does not approve. Okay. Now, a lot of misogynistic men come from misogynistic fathers, but some of them come from misogynistic mothers. And, so all of them are getting chin checked, just to let y'all know that. Nobody, and I mean nobody, and this is why it's been so relevant. In fact, this is the only reason why any of this has ever transpired in my life, and especially so out in the open as it did. The reason why is because we have to raise awareness in the spiritual community about this. I know that for me personally, I would never do a work. I would never do a love working or any kind of working for anybody that has an intention of harming or abusing the target, the other person. And I feel that Hecate stands right along with me. And, this is the reason why Hecate has not been very popular lately, because she's gatekeeping. A lot of the divine feminine is, and you ain't getting nowhere without her. And they're very angry and they're very frustrated. Okay. They're very angry and very frustrated. That they can no longer benefit from this type of abuse and exploitation. Men actually have used witchcraft to develop the power to abuse and misuse a woman. And then, even after the abuse is over, after the woman finally breaks free of him, now he gets to be under the protective umbrella of everybody sort of holding that woman up in suspicion and judging the woman. Now, we all know that battered women syndrome is a real phenomenon, and anybody can go through that. It is very difficult for women. There's never going to be a correct time to get away from an abuser, because he's going to do the same MO. They all do the same thing. The problem when they're using spiritual work is that it's being magnified, right? Which would be the woman being under this air of suspicion. First of all, the woman shouldn't be judged for his abuse anyway. She shouldn't be getting judged for his actions anyway. And so what it does is it amplifies, well, magic was amplified. It's no longer anymore. It's over, right? Because Hecate is not doing it. This is the reason why they're frustrated and angry, because they want to be able to use the craft to exploit, dominate, and abuse women. Okay. But the man, for him to be an obvious, disgusting abuser, but then to also put it out in the ether that, oh, well, she's gonna take me back, so it doesn't matter. Well, why did any of it matter? Why did any of it matter? What were you doing that you were doing in the first place? So abusers are never supported at divine services. In fact, we have a specific thing that we do to them. They might as well just break a mirror and consider themselves to have 10 years of bad luck. Because at the end of the day, a lot of you women, when you gave a person, or a lot of you men, but especially if you're a woman and you gave a man your love, and for him to misuse it in that way, and for him to try to harm you because you don't want that type of a relationship, and to try to convince you that you deserve to be treated that way, and then to set up an entire world, like they have these little cliques set up. This is the reason why we have deities like Vapor, Aradia, for Nias, we have male spirits that are actually on our side as well. So it's over for them. Any man that's like that, any woman that's like that, it's over for them. Okay. Because Hecate already came to me initially and said, we're gatekeeping. We're taking the magic and the power out of the hands of these menacing men. We already know how to protect ourselves from them harming us. And see, you see people that are very religious, and these women end up getting shot and murdered at the hands of these men. Well, we're not Christians over here, so we definitely have workings that will protect you from them. For example, my ex, even though yes, I do need for y'all to support my business, okay? So make sure y'all support my company if you know what I'm talking about. My ex thinks that he can control whether or not me and my children eat. It's very sick. And I think that it's mainly for energy harvesting purposes as well. This is the reason why I always let you women know you have to have a healthy diet. Typically, a man that is like that, he's not vampiric, he's typically very parasitic. Okay. So we have everything that we need. In fact, earlier today, I've got the video going up, I've got it edited and ready to go up. I healed my spirits today. So they are stronger than ever. I did healing for the Yule group as well as my family. But I did do a healing for my actual spirits that was including everybody. All of the spirits that work within my network. So it's getting ready to pop, essentially. And it's going to pop in our favor. Anybody doing things like that, you're not going to be able to use magic. And so that's why they post so much and they have to do very extreme, desperate things. You know what I'm saying? Desperation is not attractive in anybody. They're very desperate. And, we don't know how they got themselves into it. I think it's just that they just decided to just be stupid. Child, they can't even light a vigil candle. That's over for them. You mean to tell me that you took advantage of women? At Divine Services, I would never, ever, ever, if a man is abusive to a woman and I somehow don't see it, and that woman ran for her life and she had a reason to, and you come to me to get a love reunion, you're not going to get no love reunion. And I think that a lot of the practitioners that are doing that, they gonna find out very soon. They are. They gonna barely be able to get a damn birthday candle to light up. We don't do that over here at Divine Services. I have mainly and primarily women that come to me for love reunions. But my spirits will not take the case if that man is going to lead to you being harmed. So they see way, way, way off in the future. So I look at the whole lifetime. I do a lot of intensive research on that man. And there's a lot that will be blindly in the cards that will let us know. And we use the cards. You know what I get sick and tired of? These people running around here trying to act like people that read cards are subpar. Oh, she's just a tarot card reader. Well, I read the dice. I read tea. leaves. I can, I can sit here and read herbs. I can read water. What? It's sick. And don't let them discredit your good witches like myself, because they'll say, well, that man did this and that to her. She didn't see it coming. Well, most of the time you don't, until you start having your eyes open. But a lot of us don't walk around here with looking our head over our shoulder. I think that it exposes the problem. I think that sometimes when you go through things, and trust me, I ain't been through no tremendous amount of pain in years over this person, that I did actually really I feel I really fell in love with this dude, like it was real. And I think I mourned him back in 2020 officially. I said, oh, he dead. I said, he never existed. But my love for him existed. So, when people try to discredit me, and they'll say, well, don't go to Jamila because you see how that man did her. People in society that make judgments like that, they're going to end up, they be careful when you doing that. Be careful when you being judgmental of a woman that's in an abusive relationship. I'm never judgmental of the woman. I'm gentle with her. I'm loving with her. God damn it, I think I'm a lesbian, y'all. I think I'm gonna start dating women again. I'm gonna have a husband, but I think I'm about to get me a beautiful woman. Mm-hmm. I used to be in love with this one lady, but she really, really, really did a lot of foul shit. Had those manly characteristics. Nah. Okay. Yeah. But anyway, I'm just I'm oversharing at this point. You know, I don't know, like, it's really interesting. It really is. I think, and you know what, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't believe necessarily in bringing in third parties into a relationship. This is the reason why, if I don't want to marry a woman. I love women. So if I were to marry a woman, okay, I wouldn't bring a man into that. You know what I'm saying? So to me, and then if I married a man, I wouldn't want to bring a woman in the middle of that, because you know what I'm saying? So, I figure, I'm gonna be single, and I'm gonna spend a lot of time with women like Pringles, and until I run into my husband, and then he'll be able to satisfy me in every way. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Keep the party going, okay? And I'm speaking from a place of liberation and freedom. Then now I can hang out with a lot of my LGBTQ buddies without having that, problem. Okay. Yeah. So you got a lot of men running around here. And my ex was really judgmental of gay people. He was really judgmental. And, I know that there's some gay people out there that probably ain't no good, ain't right. That's in every community. That's in every community. But like people that are same sex oriented and people that are like that, they're better people than a man that would abuse a woman, verbally abuse children, do some of the things. Like, it's so weird how hypocritical and judgmental they can be. And he calls himself a religious man. So, anyway, going back to women, I would never judge a woman that's dealing with that situation. Okay. And I don't like people that do, because a lot of the times the men that have chosen them will try to set it up, and they'll try to make a woman feel as though sexism actually has any power, when in reality, if a man any man that tries to harm or compromise a woman is powerless. He has no power. I mean, you might as well just, when you, like when I look at my ex's face, like when I'm astral projecting to him, he doesn't even have whites to his eyes. His eyeballs are completely black. He has no life in him whatsoever. Okay. So, it's all about the visualization of the situation. He can't do the same thing with me because, you know, the crazy part about it is that when somebody takes what you teach them and turn it against you, and we talk a lot about student and teacher and how you shouldn't teach your enemy what you know. But I feel like a lot of women, when it comes to the craft and when it comes to men misusing the craft, if you notice, this has increased in the past 20 damn years. Think about it. There was a movie with Diane Keaton in it called it was about single motherhood. And they can sit up here and try to make it seem like, oh, we're only doing that to black women, but no. Go look on TikTok. A lot of my white sisters are going through it too. So all this cockamamie delusion they done tried to create. And we're doing a New Year's Eve ritual, just to let you guys know. Okay. So I'm gonna get as many people gathered up in that as possible. And that's just what it's gonna have to be. You know what I'm saying? And we are gonna have a battle of the sexes, and guess who's going to win? I'm ready for this final battle. Okay, sis. Oh my God. Especially when you think about magic going into the hands of a disgusting, filthy, vagabond, low-lifted leech. Child, please. Okay. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna be here long because I'm sure y'all gonna start rolling in to get y'all readings and stuff, and then also to ask me about the New Year's ritual that we're doing. Uh oh, I'm knocking them out the box because I've always been a sharpshooter. Any man and whoever is trailing behind him like a pathetic fool that's doing that to you, we gonna hit him up. In the words of Tupac. So we gonna get it popping. I'm gonna get all of the candles tomorrow. And everything that we need. You know what I'm saying? I already got a box full of candles. So I got plenty of candles here already. And I think I'm gonna pop it off tonight. I got my swords, I got my crowbar, and I got my hammer. I guess there's some women that enjoy being treated that way. Not me. Not even when not ever. So, that's one of the reasons why, you know, the whole 50 shades of gray thing, yeah, no thank you. If we just playing around, but don't ever try to bring it into real life, hon. Don't ever try to make it real. That's all I'm saying. Okay, yes, yes, sis. Conniving and hella trifling, disgusting. Okay, so, and 2024 is going to be amazing for the women that, and we'll have good men in our lives. You know what I'm saying? We will. I know that energy, it can feel very strong, but do you know that energy is actually not very strong? It is very weak and low vibrational. Very weak. Did you know that when a man does that or anybody does that to you, that the energy that you're feeling is not power, but weakness? And that's where it gets you. Yes, sis. Sis, you mean for you? You want me to do that live right now? I'll do that live. If y'all want to do readings, we can. Here's the thing about it though. Like, I'll do it for you, sis, because I know you. But I'm gonna be real with you. Like, I feel like when I come on here, it should be by donation basis only. So shout out to my frenemy who told me that, my frenemy and the reason why is because she kind of could see that. I feel like I should go ahead and just, when I come on here, do readings by donation only, especially if I'm doing it for the chat. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because there are a lot of people that basically almost tried to make me their genie in a bottle free. So they was trying to make me a free hoe or something, but in spiritual concept. So, but I'll do it for you because I know who you are. Okay. But if just to let you guys know, when I come on here and I do readings, it'll be a $15 minimum unless you purchase a private reading. That's just all it is to it. I'm not going to be doing any free readings. Everybody know I can read. Everybody knows that my readings are accurate. I already have a name for myself established. I don't have to prove nothing or reestablish myself at all. Because a lot of the times, I notice that people that feel that they should come and get my services for free, they'll come in here and they'll get free stuff and then they won't ever compensate me for it. In fact, a lot of the people that were running around here abusing me and taking advantage of me, and they took advantage of the whole situation, which was kind of silly because it's kind of like, really? Basically, what ended up happening is that because they love my readings, they love when I'm coming on here being an inspiration and, giving me a nigga trinket, aka a thumbs up. I'm sorry, I'm not a hoe for thumbs up. So they'll thumbs that up whenever I come on here, but a lot of them will kind of like just look at me like, well, you're still not worth much because of, you were in an abusive relationship with a man, and I think women should stop doing that to one another. And by the way, just looking at a lot of the people that are in the upper echelon, I was going to come on here and say to Taraja P. Henson, that's your problem right there, trying to always make it seem like a woman needs a man to save her. It's good to have a good man that loves you and cares about you. There's a friend of mine who's a man. He's a gay male. I love him to pieces. If he was not gay, I would hook up with him and marry him probably. You know what I'm saying? I would. But he's into men, So, but men don't, that whole thing. I mean, it's like they kind of don't look at us as their equal. I think that all of us at some point, kind of like, oh my God, like, I lost my debit card, can you get, I need some, I need some stuff, everybody needs backup sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And so a person can say, oh, well, you just need me and need me and need. And even if a man does do for you, he's supposed to do that. Like, what are you trying to make a big deal about it for? Yeah. So in Hollywood, misogyny is the reason why Black women are being paid lower. Okay. But it ain't just Black women. It's just that the white actresses that feel like they don't get paid for what they want, they don't complain. Except for the Charm sisters. Hello. Well, Rose McGowan, who I am a huge fan of. Love her. Love her. And I wish they would come out with another movie and then you know, so that whole racism thing, the whole racism thing, trying to pit white women against black women, man, that ain't gonna do us no good in the long run. That's stupid. All women need to band together because men, they gonna have y'all, they gonna turn y'all into horses. You're gonna become the horse and carriage so that they can have a date with either a blow up doll or something worse than that. And we all know that their misogyny and their hatred, it's not just for women. That, I had somebody call me ugly. They put my photo on uglymoms.com or some crap. But it's all of us. They, and that's how they fool you. That's like the biggest trick that they laid down, trying to make a difference between women and their looks when we are all beautiful. So men as a whole are about to be checked. They about to be checked. And I don't want to be around a man that did that to another woman or to a woman, period, because they got a lot coming to them. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You right, sis. But I think it's fear. I think it's fear that causes them to do that. But we have our circle and we're not afraid. You know what I'm saying? I think that and I think that also another thing, the women that did that, they regret it now. They just know how to lie. That's just like a woman that gets beat up by a man. She's gonna say, oh no, he didn't hit me, I fell down the steps or something. You know what I'm saying? They're covering up for these men. Okay. But and those women, honestly, the women are, some of them. Now, I will tell you that if you're a witch and you've done spiritual work to help a man do that to a woman, I feel sorry for you. That's why you going through what you going through, not that woman. You shouldn't have been a misogynist. You shouldn't have been against that woman. You gonna go through it. Let me get myself downstairs though and get and grab me a little bite, a little snack to eat because my stomach is growling. Uh-huh. So I gotta go, but we don't contend to that here. Because you know what? I'm gonna tell you why we have such a corrupt world and why you're hearing so many stories of fathers letting their kids starve to death. Now, this man is literally, I wish I could upload the video. He uploaded a video where he's trying to say that he's gonna make my son starve as if he's his father. But funny how maybe DFAX needs to pay him a victim because his son actually looks really, really skinny. I'm concerned about that. My son got meat on his bones. I wonder if he does that to his own children. Things that make you go, what's really going on with a man that would upload a video of a puppet? He's real sick. My ex is real sick. I honestly believe that he's not going to be with us too much longer. Okay. I don't even know yet. I have a couple of choices down there. I have a couple of choices that I have in my freezer. I know I got to take it out of the freezer. I think I might go ahead and eat those turkey hearts that I got down there, though. Or do I have chicken hearts? I'm just in the mood to eat some hearts and gizzards tonight. So I think that's what I'm going to eat. We've been eating a lot of tacos lately. Yeah, just by the way, it's not that difficult to here's the thing about it. Like I see everything, and so my ex is sitting over there, focusing in his little pea-sized brain. I'm going to force her to not eat anything. I'm going to I'm going to force famine onto her, and literally he's sitting over there engulfing himself with food. He's going to be 500 pounds before too long. Cause ain't nobody hungry but him. That's why he eating so much. He gonna get big as hell. He gonna be like 500 pounds of just gush and mush. He gonna be gush and mush, baby. He gonna boy. He gonna be miserable too. He gonna have gout and all kind of stuff. Cause he just sitting over there. He's sitting over there fantasizing about about children starving because he did something. He thinks he did something. I think he read a verse of the Bible that literally he's gonna suffer for. It's so funny. Like, let me see. You know what? I should download that video, but I'm not, because it's goodness gracious. What an idiot. He gonna end up with that curse on him from that movie Thinner. He gonna end up with that real bad curse on him. Okay, yeah. And I want to let everybody know that we eat every day, 3 or 4 times a day. But he's very desperate. Like, how are you desperate to try to abuse a child? Did y'all see that? Y'all need to flag his channel down. Ooh, that's what we need to do. We need to flag his channel down. Let me show y'all. Hold on. I'm gonna go grab the video real quick. Oh, he took it down. Oh, he took it down, y'all. He took it down. Oh, I should have screen recorded this so we could see how sick he is. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Exactly, girl. So yeah. Anyway, I gotta go, you guys. Get into the New Year's Eve ritual. And then also, just to let you guys know, my Yule reading special is on until January the 1st. 2024 at midnight. Okay. It just makes no sense for somebody to treat a woman like that. And it's not to say that as women we're not going to get into it with other women, because a lot of these other women, they're disgusting. They're just as disgusting as these men. And so but the thing of it is that they can't use no witchcraft on that no more. They done with that. Anybody that did that, they gonna be sitting around wondering why their spells don't work no more. None of them is gonna work, and that's because they're not gonna get through ether. So people that did that, they gonna have to go and do something. I don't know. Yeah, they gonna have to do something. Like, for you to knowingly do that, it'd be different if a man was to trick you. But you knowingly, if you're a witch that knowingly did work for a man, for him to abuse a woman in that way, or to try to block her money or her blessings, and how they be trying to, oh, I'm gonna block this and block that. You can't block nothing but yourself, hon. And you better hope that the goddess takes it easy on you, because you are in violation of the divine feminine. So it's over for them. It been over, but they just have been fooling and scaring the public and flagging channels and going through this and that and another. Okay. Now I will tell you, since I've healed my spirits, oh my God, my spirits are on a rampage. Mm-hmm. My spirits are out there, the warrior ones and the healing ones. They are at war. Very strong right now. Very strong. So, we're gonna get it popping. I've been feeling good just all day. I got the video going up though, y'all. I am gonna not the video for my group. My Yule circle got a different video, but the one I'm gonna put up publicly, and the energy is protected. Sometimes you have to heal your spirits every once in a while too. That's a part of venerating the ancestors too, is healing them. You can do that. The low vibrational evil ones, they can't do that though. They can't do that because, they're so low vibrational. I mean, the world has been in a complete turmoil because of people like that. It has been in complete turmoil. And she about to put a stop to all of that, the whole collective. And what are they going to do? Are they going to shoot her down? They're going to shoot down the goddess with their nuclear weapons. She'll stop your nuclear weapons. If men were to actually go crazy and say, I can't control the world, I'm going to blow it up, press the button, doop, nothing happens. Oh, don't. Or nuclear bomb malfunctioned. Oh, what a world. What a world. Oh, God. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Now, sis, I think he gonna get skinny. I think he about to get real, real skinny. I don't think he gonna, unless he gonna get real, real skinny, sis. He is. He gonna look funny as hell. He ain't gonna be able to keep nothing in his stomach. He gonna have diarrhea, cha cha cha. Oh God, what a wonderful day it's been. It feels good when you break free from a imp like that. You know what you silly sis. Oh goodness. So anyway, anyway, I gotta go because I'm getting ready to stuff my face with some good food that's cooked with love and nutrition. Okay, some nutritious food. Okay. And so I gotta go, you guys. I love you guys so much. I love my men too, but a lot of these men out here that are doing wrong, they need to be checked. They're affecting other men. Just look at my husband. My husband that's here in the physical, he has been roaming around looking for me. He's been getting held up by these fake men and them, and thank goddess they can't use witchcraft no more. I don't know what they gonna do. They had to use witchcraft. I heard from what spirit told me that some races of men had to use witchcraft to even get them a decent call girl. The ones that that a lot of them got turned. That's sad when you when a sex worker won't even take your money. Hello, that's sad. Wait a minute, let's get some bells going. Oh, that's sad, honey. You can't even pay for it. So they said, shit, we got to go do some witchcraft. It's either going to be that, maybe perhaps become a better person, even though a lot of them are going to probably do time in jail. Definitely a lot of them is going to hell because that Lamia going to drag them there. Lamia, Lilith too. She going to drag them there. Okay, when it's their time to go. I'm just telling y'all the truth. What people get mad at me because I'm speaking the truth. You know, ain't none of they meditations don't work. They psychic attacks don't work. They just brain dead. They brain dead. They hands is dead. They feet is dead. All of it's dead. They done. Hecate said, "Oh God, no." And see, every single time, I'm surprised that that dog across the street ain't barking. But I think that the reason why Hecate comes through as a dog barking, I believe that it's her kind of like her call, and so the dogs are quiet. They quiet because normally that dog across the street start barking. I think I've heard of Lupita. It does. It feels good. You know what I'm saying? And um the world is turning in a different direction than what it's been. It honestly is. I would be a low life to come on here and tell you guys that I think it depends on what side you on. If you on my side, you always gonna win. If you on the side of them dub duddies, them dead dubskis, you done. You finished. You through. You could put, especially in the spiritual community. You ain't got a prayer. And then not only that, they prayers because that's what they do. They go back to the church. Because the Bible gives them its specific instructions where they can harm and hurt women and witches. All them spirits in there, Timothy, Leviticus, all those spirits that we ain't fucking with. Yeah, absolutely disgusted by the whole situation. So that's just what that is. And I don't know why they trying to act like witchcraft don't rule this planet. Are you insane? It rules the whole damn solar system. Goodness gracious, they so dumb. So y'all can now the good news is that if you're in my circle, you are already um in the New Year's Eve ritual, but you are more than welcome to donate because we feed our spirits fire and intent. And then I got the video going up, and you know what I'm saying? Anything that they try to take from the witches to use it against us, because they try to take from the witches and use it against us, is gonna backfire on them. So that's why it's okay for us to put our rituals up. They basically used the witch's power to screw us over and to harm us. And then when that stopped working, they went back to the church. But when they went back to the church, some of them, they obviously is still being punished because they're still mad. you know, they're still very, very mad and very, very angry. But it doesn't matter because Hecate is gatekeeping. Anybody can practice witchcraft, anybody. But the moment that you're practicing witchcraft because you hate witches, hold up. Whoa, wait a minute. Whoa, wow, hold the phone. You practiced witchcraft to use witchcraft against a witch because you don't like witches. Okay, okay. Mm-hmm. And then to even further it, you were in support of misogynistic men while practicing witchcraft, while also calling on Bible spirits. Really? That's what you was doing. Oh, it ain't gonna work no more. And according to what I can see, it typically takes prayer at least 6 years to work. And so y'all gonna either have to go all the way back to prayer and wait about 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 years for something to manifest. I don't know what you're gonna do without witchcraft. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. Okay. Don't kill the messenger. And they want to. Trust me, they want to. They were practicing witchcraft They were practicing it. You got to be careful when you look at witches. Is she saying that she's a witch? Right? So Hecate is gatekeeping. Us witches permitted them to practice the craft. We permitted them to do that. And then they started to use it against us and then tried to basically put witches into extinction, as if anything would have ever worked without us, because we're the gateway, and the gateway is closed to our wonderful world of magic, because you're a fraud if you did that. And that's all it is to it, babes. Okay? And it just is what it is. And they can say we can have magic and we can. No, you can't have magic. You can't have witchcraft. You can pray. You can pray to your spirits and deities. But it looks like even they have been clapping down on y'all, because y'all wasn't really supposed to be getting into the affairs of witches. And let's face it, a lot of your spirits and ancestors, a lot of the ones like Oya, a lot of the ones like Yamaya, those were all witches. They were witches when they existed. You know what I'm saying? And so you can't go through them either. Like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna call to Aries. You're gonna call to the god Aries every day. Uh huh. Aries. I mean, and that god is already sick of you, because he got to answer to Saturn. The god of Mars has to answer to Saturn, which Lilith runs Saturn. So I don't even understand why I do stupid stuff. You know what I'm saying? And really, they not even conjuring Aries, because we got Aries in locked up on lockdown. That war god they've been calling and sending war gods to children and your grandbabies. They've been calling on this war god named Aries or Aries. They've been calling on that god to exact war against innocent children. What the fuck? The children of witches. What, like, really? I'm surprised it ain't been pouring raining outside for days. It's a war going on. It's a war going on, trust me. Let me get this straight. And then some of them was Christian. I'm Christian and Jesus is going to protect me, but let me call to the God Aries. Huh? And you've been dumping all that negative energy on top of women and children, and you practicing witchcraft. And you said, what now? Okay. So, anyway, y'all, I'll see y'all later, though. Okay. Y'all know where I'm at. Blessings to you guys. Bye.